So, when I started out, I had not taught in the classroom at all, no student teaching or anything, and so I really needed a list like this when I was starting out, so hopefully it will help you. My first tip is that Pinterest is not your friend. That your classroom does not need to look like the amazing things that you see on Pinterest, that those things will often bankrupt you. A much better social media platform to join is Twitter. I've only recently started tweeting and being active on Twitter, and I have to say that I totally get it now, and I feel really, really dumb for not getting on it sooner. My next piece of advice is to find your marigold. This tip comes from the Cult of Pedagogy blog, which is an excellent resource if you've never seen it. In gardens, gardeners often plant marigolds in order to bolster other plants, and I recommend that you find somebody who can bolster you. This person should be positive, should be pretty knowledgeable, energetic, still really excited about what they do, and most of all, they should be supportive, not somebody who is going to be venting in the lunchroom every day. Similar to that, the next tip I have for you is that you should steal ideas, steal things off the walls, make sure that you are giving credit, of course, but like it's really, really an inspiration to go into other teachers' classrooms and get into them as often as you can. But my recommendation again is to steal from real classrooms, not the classrooms that you see on Pinterest. They're just going to make you feel bad. And that these classrooms that you seek out, they should probably be your marigolds in the room. The veteran teachers, librarians are an amazing source of inspiration. Be careful about teachers pay teachers. You can often spend so much money there on things you're never going to use again and that just look pretty when you print them onto Astro Bright paper. So just use teachers pay teachers with caution. Another piece of advice that you probably see in a lot of places is to take a day off. I found this really, really hard my first few years of teaching, but it has been a really valuable self-care tool. Have at least one day where you just don't work. Go to the beach, get some nature in your life, read a book that's not about teaching, say hello to your kids, anything to just be able to take a break. And the reason for this is leading to my next tip, that you are actually just a extra in your students' lives. You are not the main character. So while teachers have an enormous impact on their students and on their learning, there are other things that are going on in your students' lives, and you do not need to burn yourself out in order to light their way. I've written this quote by Will Richardson because it's important to remember that you are going to mess up, and that's going to be my bonus tip, is just to be kind to yourself. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have a rough few years, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 tips, the things that I wish I knew when I had started teaching.